D-Mac, Donald McIntosh, he leads the field into turn 3. Jackson recovers well. No, Jackson does not recover well. He is off the pace. I was looking at the other number 1 of Brent Dixon at the moment. Donald McIntosh, still your leader, leads the field. Off turn 2, down the back straightaway. Ross Bales runs second. Chris Ferguson third. Donald McIntosh now about a 4-car length lead on second place. Ross Bales. Bales with no contest from behind from Ferguson. Everybody is kind of broken away from the field now. High side, Luke Cooper runs in that second position. Buffalo Bar and Grill of Greenwood, number 57. Now Brent Dixon tries to mount a charge on Donovan Jackson. Donovan Jackson will hold him off. As you see the field exit, turn number 4. It's still Donald McIntosh in charge. Ross Bales runs second. Chris Ferguson third. Luke Cooper fourth. Benji Hicks rounds out your top 5. So the racetrack starting to slick off a little bit on the high side in turn 1 and 2. And in turn 3 and 4. The place your mama warned you about, Cherokee Speedway. Donald McIntosh. He opens up his lead on Bales as the white flag will fly off turn 4. One more trip around the Speedway in heat race number 1 for Dawsonville, Georgia driver Donald McIntosh. Driving for the legendary Billy Hicks as he works his way through turn 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be D-Mac. Donald McIntosh hails Bales. Ross Bales, he finishes second. Chris Ferguson third. Luke Cooper fourth. Benji Hicks out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. The man over the double nickel race car operation. He will round out your top 5. Then it's Donovan Jackson, Brent Dixon, and not going to finish heat race number 1. It was Jake Jackson. All right, so some exciting racing action right there in heat race number 1. We've got 2 more coming your way. We should be looking forward to roll out of the chute gate here in just a moment. Oh, there it comes, the running of the bulls over there in turn 2. Here we go, rolling out on the Speedway in the Black Crest Farms Piggly Wiggly WP Racing Shocks number 24 of Lancaster, South Carolina. Downtown Michael Brown. This driver right here starts second outside row number 1. He was the inaugural Midi Super Late Model winner a year and a half ago here at Cherokee Speedway. In the Highway 29 grill, Hardison Suspension Technologies, Ivy Septic Service, Ivy Construction number 88 of Union, South Carolina, the little head knocker, Trent Ivy. In the Dust Pods, 09 Longhorn at Sun River, Montana, it's Michael Leach. In the Sanders Headliner Service, M&W Transport 421, Big Ace Custom Graphics, it is Big A, Anthony Sanders. He will start from the 4th position. In the Durkale Chemicals, Huntersville, North Carolina, number 27 is Aiden Price. In the AK Race Cars, number 11 is Charlotte, North Carolina, starting 6th, Austin Kirkpatrick. In the Sanders Headliners, Big Ace Custom Graphics, number 42 out of McAdenville, North Carolina, starting 7th here tonight, Uncle Doug Sanders. And rounding out the field at Monroe, North Carolina, the Yandel Motorsports 03, it is David Yandel. As Michael Brown, Trent Ivy, they're going to bring the field to the Earnhardt Technology start zone. Brown in charge of the start. Here we go. Great start for Michael Brown. Trent Ivy is going to battle to the outside. Brown, he'll come across the nose of Ivy. He'll throw the block on him. It is Brown down the back straightaway. Already opens up a 4-car length lead on Trent Ivy as they go door to door. Michael Leach for the 3rd position. Slide job off 4. Leach tries the crossover. Anthony Sanders going to put it to a halt. Oh, Michael Leach going to jump the cushion. They go 3 wide off turn 2 down the back stretch. That is for the 4th position. Off turn 4, downtown Michael Brown, your leader. Oh, a little bit of contact right there. Michael Leach and Aiden Price. Leach gets into the right rear quarter of Price, almost shoves him in the wall at start-finish line. Everybody gathers it back up. Michael Brown takes another lap off the board, followed by Trent Ivey, Anthony Sanders, Austin Kirkpatrick, Aiden Price, your top 5. Doug Sanders now, he slides back to the tail of the field in that number 42 out of McAdenville, North Carolina. Oh, here comes Aiden Price working the top side of turn 2. He tries to work around Austin Kirkpatrick. That's for the 4th position. Kirkpatrick shuts the door. Off turn 4, Austin Kirkpatrick still trying to hold off the 14-year-old Aiden Price. Aiden Price going to hang it out high over there in turn 2, losing a little bit of ground, but he'll make it back up down the back straightaway. Downtown, Michael Brown in charge of this one. No pressure from behind for Michael Brown and Trent Ivey. Michael Brown and Trent Ivey both the class of the field right now. White flag is in the air for downtown Michael Brown out of Lancaster, South Carolina. As he works his way off turn 4, he will pick up heat race number 2 at downtown Michael Brown. The little head knocker Trent Ivey will finish 2nd. 3rd will be Big A, Anthony Sanders. 4th, Austin Kirkpatrick. And the youngster, Aiden Price, going to round out your top 5. So Aiden Price, another youngster here with us, and I believe 14 years old out of Huntersville, North Carolina. Great top 5 run for him in heat race number 2. This is literally, I believe, like his 3rd super late model start. He's never raced dirt before until about 2 months ago. His first start came right here at Cherokee Speedway a couple of months ago. That's Aiden Price. Street stock to the staging lane. Street stock staging lane, please. All right, heat race number 3 coming at you. Your starting lineup as you see him rolling out of the chute over there in turn 2. Out of Lancaster, South Carolina, formerly out of Rock Hill, in the WP Racing Shocks number 16 Longhorn, that is the Rock Hill bad boy, Ben Watkins. To his outside out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, Kohler Motorsports, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Ultimate Motorsports and RV Park, Capital Waste number 114 is Jordan Kohler. In the Fred Caldwell Chevrolet Bales Construction number 23 at Rock Hill, South Carolina, making his super late model debut here tonight, the fresh Prince of Dirt, Beckham Malone. Starting 4th out of Toccoa, Georgia, in the 101, that is the Georgia Bandit, Casey Roberts. Out of Dallas, North Carolina, number 70. That's Clements Powered Longhorn, sponsored by Smoky Mountain Boys Barbecue, D's Auto Service, Horns Towing, and Bill Stein Shocks. And Phyllis and Ike, that is Jeff Smith in the 70. Rounding out heat race number 3 in the 6th position at Smithfield, Virginia, it's Hawkeye Brent Robinson in the 3. And starting last in the 7th position, shotgun on the field out of Rutherford, North Carolina, Parton Lumber, Renegade Race Fuels, Bill Stein Shocks, number 18P. That is Gray Parton. Here we go. 1 to go sign's been given. Yellow line's been extinguished. Ben Watkins. Jordan Kohler going to lead them to green from the Earnhardt Technology start zone. Ben Watkins in charge of the start. He rolls them in slowly. Here we go. Watkins will fire contact with Kohler. Ben Watkins comes up the track across the nose of Kohler, and it's enough to give Watkins the advantage through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. It's about a 2-car length lead right now for Watkins. Beckham Malone shuffled back to the 4th position. He got a challenge from Jeff Smith right now off turn 2. Running 3rd is the Georgia Bandit, Casey Roberts in the 101. Off turn 4, Ben Watkins, your leader. Jordan Kohler still runs 2nd. Brent Robinson, or Jeff Smith, excuse me, rounds out your top 5. Jordan Kohler, he gains some ground over there in 3 and 4. He'll get to the back bumper of Watkins. Oh, Kohler going to go high. Watkins went in low and pushed high, but it worked out for Watkins as he had the advantage off 2 down the backstretch, put some daylight in between himself and Kohler. Kohler battles back through 3 and 4. Not going to have enough to do anything that time by Ben Watkins, still your leader. Kohler runs second. Casey Roberts third. Becca Malone fourth. Jeff Smith rounds out your top 5. Ben Watkins still shows the way. Great second place run for Jordan Kohler, young man that picked up his first career super late model victory at Ultimate Motorsports and RV Park about a month and a half ago with the Ultimate Super Late Model Series. White flag in the air for the Longhorn by Wesley Page. WP Racing Shocks, number 16 of Rock Hill, South Carolina. The Rock Hill bad boy, Ben Watkins. Second, Mid-East Super Late Model points. Off turn 4, he is heat race number 3 winner, followed by Jordan Kohler. Casey Roberts, fourth. We'll go to Becca Malone, Jeff Smith. We'll round out your top 5. And that's going to do it for Super Late Model Heat Race action with your Mid-East Racing Association here tonight. So the field will be set. Street Stocks, you are up. Street Stocks, it is your turn. The field is set for our $10,000 to win. Main event here tonight. All drivers will be paid $1,000 to start tonight's event. Race number 6 of 2024 for Mid-East Super Late Models. With that being said, we've got some Cherokee Speedway Racing Division Street Stocks. Always a great show. They are actually running under the Mid-East rules, I believe. And that is a qualifier race for our Mid-East Street Stock race at the World Championship at Charlotte. But it is not a Mid-East race tonight, just going by that rule set. It is a Cherokee Speedway division here tonight. Street Stocks on their way out. My tag team partner, Will Richard. Here you go, buddy.
Street stock cars need to be in staging. Brown's Roofing Street Stocks need to be in the staging lane. Open wheel modifieds. You need to start heading towards staging in just a moment. Let the street stocks get up there and get lined up. But open wheel modifieds, you'll be up next.
So Will, I got a message here, and you know, we were talking about them fried Oreos, and I think we're going to have to talk more about them. I got a message here from my friend Kim Bone, you know, Kim Bone, Andrew Bone, you know, she says we're going to have to stop talking about them Oreos. She's sitting at home watching on TV, and she can't get none of them. So we're going to talk about them fried Oreos, Kim, every chance we get tonight.
Well, this is what we got to say to Kim. Just to picture it. Take the deliciousness of an Oreo, put it in batter, and fry it, and then put powdered sugar on it, Bumper Jack. Not the powdered sugar. There's no way that would be appetizing. Make sure you go down and see Eddie Bullock. Bullock's in the gang, the concession truck. They got the funnel cakes, too. They got snow cones. I think they got pickles. They got everything over there. Yeah, we love you, Kim. That's what, yeah. There's no way you would want a fried Oreo. I mean, you can always, you know, head to the racetrack, get some. We'll tell Eddie to set some out for you. Street Stocks, we need you up top of the hill. Street Stocks, we need you at the top of the staging lane. Mid-East Modifieds, you will be running second tonight. We need you to staging as well to the back side of the staging lane. Of course, Brown's Roofing, proud sponsor of the Street Stock division. Tack Brown and his team. You know, if you're dealing with, you know, you had some damage throughout the hurricane or just a typical roof situation with insurance and everything like that, make sure you contact Tack. They do a fantastic job. Brown's Roofing's been successful for such a long time. Good to have Tack and the gang at the racetrack. And Austin Brown, of course, he'll be in his 04 Statement race car here in just a couple of minutes. We'll see what he can get done here at the place your mama warned you about. Main event time here at Cherokee Speedway. We've been building it up all weekend long. Started Thursday night with open practice for all the divisions. Then last night, Friday, we had preliminary action along with a couple of features for Crown Vic and Pure Stock, and congratulations to those winners. But tonight, it is main event time. Street Stock. We need you in staging. Street stock cars, we need you to the staging lane. Open wheel modifieds, we need you to the backside of staging. Open wheel modifieds, you need to be back and ready to roll as well. Your feature will be second. Street stocks, we need you. Final call for street stocks. We need you up to the staging lane. And folks down in pit lane, do be aware all night long that front pit area, it can be used as a hot pit for all the divisions tonight for the stocks and for the supers. So just make sure you pay attention if race cars are moving up and down pit lane. That can be used as a hot pit area. 25-lap feature for the Browns Roofing Street Stocks, one of the most competitive divisions in the area in 2024. As we get the cars onto the racetrack, we're going to take a look at the starting lineup. First, on the pole, he was top 5 in qualifying last night, won the opening heat race at Mooresboro, North Carolina, the number 9P Missile Chassis, Mr. Dalton Peavy. Second place starter, Blake Pryor, also out of Mooresboro, one of those Missile Chassis. That one, the yellow, number 78. Third place starter will be Hot Rod. Rod Tucker in the Statement race cars. Stevens Towing, number 24, out of Greenville, South Carolina. Behind him, rolling off fourth, the High Roller, Blake Bentley out of Lyman, South Carolina, in the 18B. Jake Jackson, he'll come out of Rutherford, North Carolina, the 17 Junior Machine. He'll round out the top 5 starters with the Quiet Assassin, Cade Langley on the outside of row number 3 in the 6th position. 7th place going to be Ronnie Mosley in the number 9 car out of Chester, South Carolina, with Patrick Lyon, the prospect out of Castonia, North Carolina, in the 0-1. Bradley Weaver, 3rd Missile Chassis in the field out of Shelby, North Carolina. He'll be in the black and orange number 2, with Cody Ussery, the final driver, starting inside of the top 10 out of Inman, South Carolina. The Newton Ninja, Ricky Green, rolls off in the black and orange number 18 car in the 11th position. 12th, going to be the Bounty Hunter, Austin Brown out of Union, South Carolina, in the 0-4. Lance Beck makes the trip from Warrenville, Georgia. He'll roll off 13th, the number 19 machine, the 83 of Caleb McLaughlin C-Bomb out of Belmont, North Carolina. He'll be the outside of row number 7 in 14th. 15th going to be Bob Robertson out of Evans, Georgia, the 19X. Andrew Durham out of Jonesville, North Carolina, in the green and black 06. Landon Tutherow, 17th place starter out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, in the 17 machine, with the 34 car of Cameron Young, rolling off 18th out of Rock Hill. Brandon Satterfield of the B4 makes the trip from Spartanburg, South Carolina. He'll roll off 19th. 20th going to be Iron Station, North Carolina's Garrett Kilman in the gray number 32. A.J. Barker in the 88 machine at a Gastonia rolls off 21st. 22nd, Matt Whitener out of Canton, North Carolina, in the 0-3. Kelly Fector in the 1ST. Brian Carswell in the 17C. 24 cars strong, $3,000 on the line. Feature number 1 for the Mike Duval Memorial V8 Nationals. It's going to be all up for grabs. Race fans, it is time. Feature time for the Mike Duval Memorial. Race fans, rise to your feet. We're going to have these drivers waving at you as they come down the front stretch. Get up, wave those hands, wave the hats. Wave whatever you got down there. These drivers will be waving back at you. They'll have the hands out the window, hopefully this time by, as they get ready to chase $3,000. Waiting to see if some of these drivers want to get those hands out of the cars. Nonetheless, time or two away here. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing. 25 laps. All right, correction. This time by, these drivers, they'll be waving back at you, race fans. All you little ones, wave those checkered flags. Wave what you got. Get those hands and ball caps up in the air. And I guess they would say, so here they are. They're going to be waving back at you, race fans, as we're just moments away from the battle. Hands out of the cars. Wave back at them. First feature, Mike Duval Memorial Weekend, right here at the place your mama warned you about, Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina. It's an all-missile chassis front row. Dalton Peavy, Blake Pryor, Rod Tucker sits in the statement race car 24 in third. Then Blake Bentley, the high roller in the 18. That second row, where have we seen that second row before, Bumper Jack? It feels like these two find each other all the time, Rod Tucker, Blake Bentley, but they've got to get through the two drivers from Mooresboro, North Carolina, teammates, brothers, Dalton Peavy and Blake Pryor. It's going to be a fun one. So many big names in this field, a full field of race cars as well. And don't forget, fifth place starter Jake Jackson. He has been fast all weekend long as they get the one to go. Sixth place starter Cade Langley, the quiet assassin. Any of these drivers, you would not be surprised if any of these drivers took home the checkered flag tonight. They have been big, as Bumper Jack says. Oh boy, it is time to go. Hey, we have got them side by side. We've got them double wide. And here in the Carolinas, we like them chicken fried. And through 3 and 4, we are getting ready to roll. Make some noise, race fans. The Ivy Septic Service start zone. The Mike Duval Memorial is green. Hard battle between the brothers off of turn 2 down the backstretch into 3. Blake Pryor going to get the early lead. Dalton Peavy going to tuck into second. Blake Bentley trying to be part of the 3-horse race up front. Rod Tucker drifts back to the 4th spot. Patrick Lyon already taking a look underneath Jake Jackson in the blue 17. Pryor. Lyon in the 0-1. Further inside of the top 10. Up front, Blake Pryor beginning to settle down in that lead. Hard battles further back. Nearly 3 wide, deeper in the field. Caleb McLaughlin, Ricky Green involved in that action. Good battle for the 3rd spot. Blake Bentley now trying to jump and pounce on Dalton Peavy in the 9. These cars beginning to spread out. Oh, turn 4 down the front stretch. Almost contact between McLaughlin and Cody Ussery. Bob Robertson trying to get involved there as well. Oh, Austin Brown, turn 2. Major issues, able to keep that car straight. He's going to lose multiple positions. All these street stock drivers, some of the best in the business, they're so used to having to pace themselves in these races. Blake Pryor said he's not going to be pacing anything. He is going to set the pace this evening. That yellow 78, he has strolled away with the lead. Further in the field, I mean, there's battles. Oh, Austin Brown has a problem again in turn 2. He is having a fit on that end of the racetrack. Most of the top 10 getting a bit single file, but behind that, there are cars everywhere on the racetrack as this facility begins to black over and rubber up as we get further into the night. Coming to complete lap number 7. Oh, caution, turn 2, Landon Tutherow. Good to draw the first service center of Gaffney. Caution flag. Dalton Peavy has to avoid up high. Tutherow in the 17 going to draw the caution. That driver to Rock Hill, South Carolina. 6 laps in the books. 19 will remain. this field getting back, bunched up 2 by 2 as they get ready for the restart. True double file here at Cherokee Speedway. Oh, not going to go green this time. Some issues with drivers being able to choose their lanes. So going to get that straightened up. Yes, true double file at Cherokee Speedway, even for our weekly competition. That's all the way through the feature. Leader gets to choose inside or outside, and it also doesn't matter. They still get to control that lane. The entire field gets to choose their lane. As we reset things, Blake Pryor is your race leader. Dalton Peavy in second in the number 9. Blake Bentley, he has moved up to third. Rod Tucker, he sits fourth in the red and white Stevens Towing, number 24. This stacked field getting ready for the restart. 6 down, 19 to